Hello, my name is Jim Newell. I'm Deputy Leader of the Rejoin EU Party, and I'm actually in Italy at the moment in a place called Urbino, where I'm doing a temporary teaching job until the end of May, early June. And so therefore I'm unable to participate in the National Rejoin March activities, which I know are going on in various towns and cities up and down the UK today. So I wanted to send my greetings and to say that I'm there in spirit and to try and contribute in some small way with a video from here in Urbino. Urbino is an amazingly beautiful town. It's a medieval town, now a university town, and I'm actually standing outside the Ducal Palace, which is where obviously the Duke would have lived before the unification of Italy in 1861. It's now an art gallery. Urbino itself is situated in the Marche region, which is about halfway down the peninsula towards the right hand side. And if I just swing the camera around, I'm not very good at this sort of thing, but I try my best. You might just be able to see the cathedral beside it. Absolutely amazingly beautiful. And if you want to travel to Urbino, and it is really worth seeing, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Of course, thanks to Brexit, it's going to be much more difficult to do that, especially from 2024, when you will have to apply for a visa waiver in order to do so. And of course you'll only be able to come to Italy or any other member of the EU for that matter for no more than 90 days in any 180-day period. Apparently about 67,000 British nationals live in Italy, and of course before Brexit, if you wanted to come to Italy to live here or to work, you could do so perfectly freely without any particular formalities being necessary. But now, of course, that Britain has left the EU, it's very much more difficult indeed. So I was curious to find out exactly what are the bureaucratic loopholes that you have to try and jump through in order to be able to come and live and work here. And what I discovered is that there are various types of visas you can apply for. So you can get a work visa, that's available to those who have already received a job offer for a company in Italy. You can get a student visa. Interestingly, you can get what they call a national visa or elective residency visa. And it says this type of visa is designed for those who want to live in Italy and can financially support themselves without working. Although it's commonly referred to as a retirement visa, it's not restricted to retirees. So very interesting, I thought. As usual, life is much easier if you've got money. But of course, as always in life, things are never that simple exactly, because once you've got your visa, you then have to apply for a residency permit, and both the visa and the residency permit can take up to 3 months to get. And of course, the big irony in all of this is that the Brexiteers take this as evidence of the malignity of the EU, using perfectly circular reasoning. They say, well, why is it now so difficult for Brits to be able to live and work in Italy and other EU countries? And the answer they give is, well, it's because the EU is a malign organisation. So then you ask them, well, what evidence do you have that the EU is a malign organisation? Well, because they impose all this bureaucracy. So completely circular reasoning. In fact, it has nothing to do with the EU at all. It's simply due to the fact that the United Kingdom now is no longer a member of the EU, and so obviously the same rules apply to nationals of the United Kingdom as a non-EU member state as apply to any other non-EU member state. In other words, the cause is Brexit, you fools. So Urbino is a university town, so there are lots of student things going on at the moment. As you can probably hear, these are students who are celebrating the fact that one of them has just got their degree today. So they're celebrating that. I won't tell you what they're saying, it's a bit vulgar, but anyway, yeah, they're all celebrating. I'll show you. So here are the students celebrating, and I think it's the guy with the thing on his head that got the degree. You know, they've got some singers here in the main square for them. I'm assuming it's for them, or perhaps they've just come here to collect some money anyway, I don't know. But anyway, it's you know, it's all very beautiful. Just trying to show you some of it as best I can. I wanted to focus particularly, you can see the flags up there, that's the Italian flag obviously, and the EU flag next to it, and I think that's very significant, because I think it goes a long way to explaining why Italians tend to be so much less hostile to the EU than many British people are, because for them being part of the EU is part of their identity as Italian citizens. You know, there's none of this Brexit nonsense. You can either be British or European. In Italy, people feel both Italian and European. So here's the band again, playing a nice song, the band, or the singers anyway.
Oh no, 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 non sarà solo il fatto solo di poesia, tu sei mia, fino a quando gli occhi miei hanno per guardare gli occhi tuoi, innamorato sempre più, per sempre tu, che non è una promessa, perché sarà come sempre, sempre dirà, sempre dirà.
You might be able to see now I'm standing outside the Urbino town hall. As you can see, it says Municipio, and if I take the camera up a bit again, you can see there's the Italian flag and the EU flag, and that's standard practice in Italy, that above all government buildings there's both the Italian flag and the EU flag. So it's not surprising that you know, there is far less this sense in Italy that, you know, being Italian means that you can't also feel European. You know, there's nothing like that dreadful poster that came out during the referendum campaign in the UK, where they asked which flag is yours, pointing to the Union Jack and the EU flag. And this is the cathedral, which I'm trying to get in, not very successfully. As I say, I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, but I do my best. It's incredibly beautiful if you actually come and see it. And anyway, when I talk to my Italian friends out here, they just think that Brexit is complete bonkers, you know, and they're always very curious to ask, well, you know, how did it happen? And I try to explain to them, and it's not surprising that they think it's bonkers, because it really is bonkers. It's utter, you know, nonsense. A country trying to shoot itself in the foot the way the United Kingdom has done, making life more difficult for itself, making it more difficult to trade, impoverishing itself as a consequence. I mean, you know, who on earth would think that Brexit was a good idea? You know, it just completely baffles me, to be honest. So as I say, greetings from Italy. I gather that there are lots of events also going on in Spain for the National Rejoin March. As I said earlier, 67,000 British people live in Italy, so I'm hoping that the next time I make a video of this kind, that I'll have been able to make contact with some of them, and we will be able to contribute in greater strength to the day. Good luck with you in spirit. Take care. Bye. So just as a quick coda to the video, I think here you can see a bit better now what I mean about Urbino being particularly beautiful. So if I pull the camera around here again, you know, you can see the cathedral now. So let's walk towards it and take a bit of a closer look. Yeah, so there it all is in all its glory. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye.